And here we see the predator. The predator is hunting its natural habitat. Oh, it's coming! It's coming!
So after our day trip in Hakone, we hopped off the Shinkansen and found ourselves in the city I always knew I'd fall in love with. We only had like 2.5 days to see as much as we could, so I made sure we filled those 2 days.
Where are we?
Kyoto!
We're in Kyoto! We put our luggage in these lockers!
After we stored our luggage in the cutest coin lockers ever, we started exploring on foot. Nishiki Market was 1 block over from where we lived, and we enjoyed so many amazing street food options, from taco tamago to takoyaki to cuttlefish on a stick and matcha ice cream. We then strolled across the river to the Gion district, where perfect, serene alleyways and groups of girls in kimonos shopped. Yeah, I followed those girls around, mesmerized by their kimonos. Following Paolo from Tokyo's dessert recommendations, we ended up in the most scenic Higashiyama district, where tea houses, street food shops, and souvenir stores lined the charming pedestrian walkways. We also stopped at one of the coolest Starbucks locations I've ever seen. It was like Starbucks, but in a traditional Japanese house. Amazing. Kyoto is fairly accessible by foot, so we really just wandered around, walking whichever direction we felt like exploring. There were so many beautiful narrow streets and wooden buildings that resemble old Kyoto. I could not stop admiring the picturesque merchant shops. I really applaud the preservation efforts here in Kyoto.
We're at Matcha House, where we just ordered matcha tiramisu.
This is what Paolo recommended. Alright, dig in. Cheese?
The next morning, we got up early to catch a sight of Fushimi Inari, the gates, before crowds arrived. We took a train that ended up being a commuter train, so it totally skipped our stop, but we found our way back. Once we arrived, we started our hike up towards the summit, stopping to take pictures and admire the sacred forest. We even got to witness a new torii gate get assembled. After a mile or so, Simon got hungry, of course, and started admiring the vending machine options instead of the gates, so we headed back down the mountain to catch our next appointment. I had to find an excuse to wear a kimono in Japan, so we booked a tea ceremony experience, where we got to don kimonos and listen to a tour guide teach us things. We arrived at Maikoya, where the staff so graciously helped us pick out kimonos and put them on. She even did my hair. So pretty. Here we are revealing our outfits and feeling super cute. I don't have any footage from the ceremony itself, but the tea master educated us about the history and the culture of the Japanese tea ceremony and taught us how to whisk matcha tea and drink correctly. Woo-hoo-hoo. it taste like?
Kyoto fried chicken.
Kyoto fried chicken. On our last day, we decided to simply take advantage of our last early morning to take another stroll to the park nearby. It was relatively empty and therefore very serene and quiet and beautiful. We're hiking.
It's like a 45-degree incline.
So dramatic. It's like flat.
Where are we, babe? Yes. Look at this big boy. Big boy shrine. Ooh, food. Back to the big boy shrine.
What really surprised me was Cheonan Temple. This was a Buddhist temple, and its main entrance, this huge gate, was downright massive. It's like 2 stories. And I'm pretty sure they filmed scenes from Memoirs of a Geisha here.
Where are we? But it's beautiful.
Where are we going?
Not this way.
Come on, you gotta do it. Go, go, go. 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 Anyway, since I'm old now, I really enjoyed strolling through the park and admiring the trees. Yeah, really. I loved how well Shintoism and Buddhism intertwine with the urban landscape and Japanese culture. Conservation is part of the culture here, and they take such good care of nature and their trees. It's beautiful. I can't wait to come back during cherry blossom season. We spent the rest of the day walking back to Nainenzaka and perusing souvenir boutiques. Bought some bowls and just, stared at cute cats and stuff. Guess where we are again? After one last heavenly tiramisu at Matcha House, we headed home. Last but not least, this was the place we spent all our evenings. We stayed at an Airbnb near Teramachi Street, so we spent a lot of early mornings and evenings grabbing breakfast buns at Melon Pan and enjoyed not one, but 2 tempura dinners at Tendon Makino, which had the most amazing tempura. Here's our homegirl here, frying tempura right in front of us. Ugh, it was so delicious. We also went knife shopping at Aritsugu and browsed plenty of well-curated secondhand stores. Yeah, secondhand's a thing in Japan. We even followed some schoolgirls to the alley where we discovered amazing brown sugar matcha milk tea. I loved that this arcade was covered and pedestrian friendly during nighttime and rainy days because we definitely spent a lot of time here. This downtown area is definitely the place to stay. Kyoto is such a beautiful, magical city, and I can't wait to come back. Alright, that's it for this vlog. I tell you to like, comment, and subscribe, but I really don't want you to. It's kind of embarrassing. So, anyway, check out our Tokyo and Hakone vlogs here and here. Okay, bye.
Where are we going?
Osaka. Be a little bit more photogenic, please.